And good morning. My name is Craig Korotko with SoCal Masterminds, and I am honored to be here with Duane Miller. Duane, would you take a minute and introduce yourself and what you do?
Good morning, Craig. It's always good to talk to you. Once again, my name is Duane Miller. Our company is Dutale Incorporated. And what we do is we do telecom. I like to think of myself as an old telephone man. Other people call me a telephone engineer or communications engineer. What we do is we provide voice over IP telephone systems. We provide a consultative view for our customers. So we interface with the local telecom companies for them because we speak their language. We do low voltage cabling, so we connect all the internet protocol or IP endpoints. And we do the interconnect work between the local exchange carrier, that would be Spectrum, Verizon, whomever is bringing the big pipe in. And we connect those to the services in the suite or the unit. That pretty much does it. And some other endpoints we work with, like we do cameras, we do the wireless access points, those and the telephones. Those are the endpoints we generally install.
Yeah, you're the secret sauce to every IT department, and nobody sees your work because it's always tucked behind walls or in ceilings or or in closets. So, as an ex chief information officer, we always look for people that provide the quality work that you do. So,
Thank you.
SoCal Masterminds, you've been a member, and I would love to ask if whether you would recommend Masterminds, and if so, what would you tell that person that you were recommending to?
I only would recommend masterminds to people who want to grow internally and externally. I would only recommend it to people who are serious about doing better business. But it's not just business. It's the what is it? You call it groupthink. There is another term that I really wanted to use, and it's not coming to mind. But it's the being in collaboration and cooperation with other like-minded people that really builds a person and myself internally, which gets the external results. So only if you want to get better would you join masterminds. And are willing to make an investment. That's part of wanting to get better.
Sure. So how would you refer that then to another business?
I would say one of the first things I would say is some of the things that you guys said. If you're an entrepreneur, when's the last time you took a vacation? Do you think you deserve a vacation? And generally, those people would say, "Oh, I'll never be able to do that." And I'd say, "Well, never is a limited way to think. Would you like your business to be better, even if it's just to be more efficient, which means you don't have to work 7 days a week, 24/7? Would you like to do that?" That's how I would refer it. To get better at what you do, and then do what you do better. That's what I would say.
Absolutely. Well, it's lonely at the top, and so you also mentioned to be amongst a group of your peers and to be able to trade thoughts and kind of brainstorm through some ideas. So what would you say was the biggest takeaway that you had at one of your meetings?
Having somebody to really be accountable to. As CEOs and entrepreneurs, we're accountable to almost everybody, but it's at a different level. People that work for you aren't necessarily as forthcoming as people that don't. So to have that peer review that is not emotionally attached to what you do is probably the most important thing, that people can look at your business objectively, because it's my opinion that one cannot really look at themselves objectively because they're too close to the subject matter.
Hmm. I couldn't agree more. In fact, we often say, knowledge is power, but it's that applied power, applied knowledge that really gives you that return and success. So, who's going to hold you accountable to make sure that the knowledge that you take away is applied? What was one of the major benefits then that you gained through Masterminds?
Clarity of thinking, that producing clarity of action, because as an entrepreneur or CEO, we're juggling so many balls. And what I got from masterminds was stop, take care of this task, move to the next task. um, because sometimes there are things that one wants to, I'll let something else get in the way of something. And sometimes things are just too important to let go before they become urgent and important. Take care of the important matters before they become fires. And a fire is something that's urgent and important. That was really a huge takeaway. And
Hmm.
and losing the fear of making a change, whether it's an employee or a something that I'm doing. Those changes are sometimes really terrifying because no matter how bad it's going, it's what I'm used to, and so we get used to the pain. Some of the things that I've done, of being a part of Masterminds, was I've had to move forward instead of the beyond the fear and realize that that's where I get my breakthroughs.
Absolutely. Well said. So you've shared some of the experiences and takeaways. Who would you recommend or refer then to Mastermind?
You know what? I would refer because of people that do something that I do. And, basically we would be looked at as a subcontractor. Plumbers, um, people that do those type of independent contract electricians, those kind of guys would that really benefit from masterminds because those kind of guys are tend to be not only craft oriented, but they have to do the management of the business, So those people are just on the verge or haven't heard of the E-myth. those guys need to be those guys need to be go to masterminds because it's when that guy moves from being really good at his job to starting his business. Oh my gosh, he needs masterminds because because just because you're really good at your trade
Yes, there you go.
doesn't mean you can move to the next level because I've met so many people that are good at business, but are not trade oriented, but run great trade businesses. So that is really important.
Sure. Well, as you said, tradesmen, crafts, artists, they do things that I couldn't possibly do. They have a skill, but then they're introduced to business, and then and so they have to trade off their trades or business, and so like you said, the E-Myth is a great book to describe those different levels of management as well. Duane, I want to thank you for taking a minute. I always enjoy speaking with you and hearing your thoughts, and we'll wish you well.
Well, and if I'm doing well, it's because you've been a great part of it. So before I leave, I just want to say probably the biggest benefit of being a part of Masterminds are you and Randy. To be associated and to be able to get some of the information and the experiences that you guys willingly share, that would be my the greatest asset. And it's something that really cannot be described in words. It's something that you just have to experience yourself. So I thank you for all you do for people like me and you've done for me. Um, it's we will grow exponentially because of what you said, but it'll be managed well.
There you go, Duane, and this is exactly why we do this. So thank you again.
Good. Thank you so much.
All
Hey,
right.
next time, tell me what I'm going to do so I can shave. Thanks,
Seriously,
Craig. All right,
absolutely. Thank you.
all right.